Top of the morning, everyone. It is April the 18th. Touchstones reading from a child of God and a recovering alcoholic addict with morning coffee. Hey, let's have a moment of silence for those still out there in pain and suffering, please. Thank you. Free man is by necessity insecure. Thinking man by necessity uncertain. That's from Rich Fromm. We hear comments like, hang in there, don't quit now, and don't give up the ship. When our outlook is gloomy and pessimistic, we should remember we are not in charge and we are not all-knowing. We cannot predict what will be around the next corner. If a difficult problem looms before us, we cannot be sure what help might also be there for us to meet the problem. Our compulsion for control tempts us to quit and give ourselves over to defeat. Then the outcome would be settled and predictable. We no longer would have to live with the insecurity of not knowing the future. When we are tempted to indulge in our addictive ways or to return to a relationship that isn't good for us or to face a painful problem, it helps to recall that change is a basic fact of life. However stressful this moment is, it will change. Not at our command, but it will change. We aren't in control of outcomes, but we can choose now to hang in there and to give our energy only toward positive solutions. May I have the serenity to accept the process and the courage to be true to my part, and will leave outcomes for the future. Wow, I needed to hear this. Sometimes recently and in the past that I just would give up, not even try, because I didn't think I was worth it, or I didn't matter, or I didn't care, or I already thought I knew the outcome. But I like what it says. We're not in control. Only God is. So that was one of my character defects flowing back into me and thinking that I knew the outcome already and not even try. So if one thing I've learned in recovery is always try, always, because you're always trying to better yourself, always trying to improve, get better, or just be happy. Just try to stay peaceful, but lock in them hubs, get out of that rut, just try, don't give up. And I needed this reading today. What a great reading. Because we don't know the future. We don't know what God has in store for me or anybody else. But I believe He wants us to give an effort. Things aren't going to be just handed to us on a silver platter all the time or at all. So we have to show a little bit of enthusiasm, or show a little bit of interest, but don't give up. So great reading. I love y'all very much. I hope you have a safe and blessed Saturday. I love you. Peace.